Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Interesting times are ahead. A lot of drama going on right now already in the courtroom. Of course, there seemed to be another development. I don't know how true or if eventually a Peter Obi's case would hold, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. People are already in the courtroom. Meanwhile, it's actually Atiku versus INEC APC that is running, and I can assure you it's as dramatic as it can be. In fact, I would rather say that INEC is actually shooting an own goal. Some people will say it's shaking a table that they are saying. Some persons are already shouting that INEC is actually shaking a table that they are standing on. Interesting times. I want to quickly run through this and also tell you the new update in Abeokuta already, where some of the tribunals are also holding on the same matter. Talks have invaded that place, and they've brought in security. And of course, don't forget that NLC also is looking at towards having a strike. You're going to get updates on that very quickly on this particular one. But a quick one before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Wahala in the courtroom. PDP's witness is actually a funny one. Remember, they called the first witness some days back. This one is the second witness, and we are going to give you an idea of question and answer what transpired and why Nigerians, those in the courtroom, are having a hearty laughter. Now, PDP second witness is actually a funny one, if you ask me. INEC asked a simple question, very simple question. It says, "You will agree with me that Atiku scored 15% in FCT?" The witness said yes. INEC asked another question. So that means he cannot be made the president since he did not score 25% in FCT. Well, in some person's mind in the courtroom, they were like, is this INEC's way of telling us something? We continue. The witness now answered, even Tinubu did not score 25%, and you made him president. Aye. And everywhere is somewhere. Now, everyone in the courtroom was almost on the floor from laughter. On goal. They shot themselves in the leg. How can you say 15% can't make you a president? And it's obvious that President Muhammad Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, did not score 25%. And that's why the witness is actually asking the lawyer that is cross-examining the witness of PDP that even Tinubu did not have 25%. And he made him president. So if Tinubu can be president, Atiku too can be president based on the antecedent. Now, the witness now went ahead and continued. The witness did not stop. He said, even Tinubu did not get 25% in FCT. If they can declare him, then they can also declare Atiku as president. Laughter everywhere. Wahala. And this question you are asking, you are the one standing on the table. You are shaking and you want to break that same table. Nigerians can't even stop. They're just laughing. Somebody said, Wahala, this current witness current witness that's going on right now has exactly the same testimony as the PDP's FCT chairman. INEC asked the question, do you know the FCT chairman of your party, that Federal Capital Territory chairman of your party? The witness said, yes, I do. INEC now asked another question, are you aware your testimony and his is exactly the same? Witness is quiet. INEC now asked another one. The witness then said, INEC now asked another one, are you aware that the same thing? I take that again. INEC now asked again, since the witness is still quiet. INEC now asked again, are you aware it is the same thing? Who wrote this testimony? Witness now said, I am not aware. I wrote my own, and he wrote his own. Everyone wrote their own. People are saying, PDP, why now? Nigerians are just laughing and saying, I wrote my own. They wrote their own. Everywhere now wrote. And somebody are saying now, this is a proof that Peter Obi will be declared president because he got 25% in Abuja, but we would not know technicalities are involved. Okay, let's find out really why there may likely be a halt. Well, according to the news, right now PEPT is going on. The 2023 presidential election petition court sitting at the Court of Appeals in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and other election petition courts sitting across the 36 states of the Federation will be shut down this week. As the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, that's JUSUN, announced that it would join its parent body, the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), in an industrial action over the removal of subsidies on petroleum products. It was reported that during the inauguration address on May 29, 2023, President Bola Tinubu announced the end of the fuel subsidy, a move that immediately set the country on their economic strength as the prices of products jumped from 200 naira to between 500 naira to 1,000 at some filling stations across the country. Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party and Peter Obi of Labour Party are both challenging Mr. Tinubu's declaration as president at the presidential election petition tribunal in Abuja. Other tribunals hearing cases ranging from state assembly elections to governorship polls disputes are also expected to be affected by the strike, which begins Wednesday. The Judiciary Workers Union, in a memo dated June 3rd, said its members would proceed on a solidarity protest strike with the Nigerian Labour Congress, the largest workers' affiliate, on Wednesday. This is to inform all branches and chapters of our great union across Nigeria to begin mobilization for a nationwide action and withdrawal of service, the memo shared as at late Sunday. Well, Isaiah Adetola, one of the Justin executives who signed the memo, said that the follow-up exchange that the strike would affect all judicial workers and the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal will have to shut down. We cannot watch as Nigerian poor masses are dying on the street because a government said they will no longer be going back on subsidy removal. Mr. Adetola, I take that again. We cannot watch as Nigerian poor masses are dying on the street because the government said there will be no going back on subsidy removal. Mr. Adetola said that cannot be a realistic or acceptable situation for the Nigerian workers. Mr. Adetola said Nigerian workers are not necessarily against removing subsidies on the petroleum, which have been in place since 1970s, but decried the manner with which Mr. Tinubu ordered the policy. Millions of Nigerians are expected to be plunged further into poverty as food prices shoot up across the country. Judiciary, with over 120,000 members, is the largest or latest union from a critical sector to join the body industrial action led by the NLC over the weekend. The National Union of Electricity Employees also informed its members to withdraw services in protest against fuel subsidy removal. Former President Muhammadu Buhari, who vacated office on May 29, had planned that subsidies on petrol would expire by the end of June, eliminating provisions for critical policies in 2023 budget. Mr. Tinubu, an ally of Mr. Buhari, who had vowed to continue ruling APC party's policies, swiftly embraced the policy, pronouncing in his inaugural speech on May 29 that subsidy is gone. His pronouncement triggered panic across the country as citizens rushed to buy fuel while oil marketers suddenly increased pump price. Mr. Tinubu argued that subsidies on petroleum have, over the decades, benefited Nigerians rich and upper class to the detriment of the poor. He vowed to divert savings from the removal to shore up infrastructure spending as well as poverty alleviation initiatives that target the country's masses. On May 31st, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) announced pump price increases that saw a jump from 195 per litre to over 500 naira per litre nationwide. Now that's what is going on. So we may not know if, but for that of Peter Obi, the hearing continues. Keep it there with us, give you information as the event and drama keeps unfolding in the PEPT court in Abuja. But for Wednesday, you have heard it all. If nothing is being done by the subsidy removal and pedaling on subsidy removal, we may likely be seeing a halt in the PEPT tribunal court across Nigeria beginning from Wednesday. That's going to wrap it up. Let's listen to our conversation.